This is Girl on the Move. We are on the move again. Today we are in Manchester. And the reason why I'm in Manchester today is because today is Manchester Day. And basically what Manchester Day means is showcasing the culture. What makes Manchester? We're up north. For those who don't live here in England, Manchester is the second biggest city from London. And we're up north from London. And we're called the Northerners, the people who live here. And the people who live in Manchester are called Mancunians. So Manchester Day basically just showcasing the culture, and the friendliness of the people, and the diversity of the people's cultures here. We've got all sorts of people from all over the world. So basically just showcasing how friendly and how beautiful this city is. The latest developments is we used to have a mayor of Manchester called Andy Burnham, and guess what? He's now the new Prime Minister of England. Not just England, he's the Prime Minister of United Kingdom. So as you know, United Kingdom is made up of England, Wales, Northern Ireland and Scotland. So we've got a new Prime Minister, but he was the mayor of this town. And what he's well known for is introducing the B-line buses, which is here within central Manchester. You can get on a bus free of charge. And if you're going just outside Manchester or going outside Manchester, then you have to pay about £3, no matter the distance where you're going. Like I live about 35 miles away from here, and if I have to catch one of the buses, like the Which Way, which is the coaches which go to Lancashire, where I live, you still have to pay £3. Which is very good. It's very famous for that. That was done to encourage people to use public transport instead of bringing cars. And obviously, Manchester changed quite tremendously. There's a lot of one-ways and a lot of cycle. They've introduced cycle tracks, especially around the university area, which is just about half a mile from here. It's noisy. There's all sorts of acts going on, and if there's any music or anything going on around today, it's because of it is Are you vlogging? Yes, I am vlogging. Yeah, so somebody's asking if I'm vlogging. I am vlogging. Bless him. Anyway, so there's all sorts of acts going on, and there's all sorts of loud stuff going on. So that's why, if you can hear the noise in the background, that's what it is. Anyway, so we've got a new Prime Minister, and it was the mayor of this city, Manchester City. And he has decided before, everything was done down south in London. But at the moment, he's decided he's going to have two residents, one in London and one here in Manchester. Because it's a northerner, the guy is from around here, or one of the towns near here, part of Greater Manchester. So he's decided he's going to have instead of just everything coming from London, 10 Downing Street, where the Prime Minister resides here in London, he's decided he's going to have also a residence here in Manchester. Anyways, so most of the action on Manchester Day today is taking place across there, which is St. Peter's Square. That's the B network. Those are the free buses. They go around within the town, and then outside town is £3 to wherever you're going to. So it's very busy here. Everybody's up and about. It's a Sunday, and there's so much action. This is St. Peter's Square. That's where the action is taking place. There's the famous library just across there. That building over there is the famous library, and this is the town hall. Okay, and the square in front of the town hall over there is called Albert Square. This one is St. Peter's Square. So this is where the action is taking place, and I believe we've got Catalans, people from Catalonia, Spain. They've also come here to support the day today. So I'm just going to walk around with you and show you what St. Peter's Square looks like. There's quite a few restaurants, authentic Korean restaurants. I've just had a salad across there at a Greek restaurant. I just had a Greek salad over there a minute ago because I was hungry. So this is what St. Peter's Square looks like. And this is a tram track. We've got trams transport around Manchester. The buses, the B network, or the trams. So these are tram tracks down here. And you can see people are eating and drinking. That is a pub. You know, they do pub grab, pub food, which is sausages or whatever with mashed potatoes and steaks and all sorts of things like that. And then there's also a drinks place there, you know, just cocktails and whiskey and all sorts next to it. And then the restaurant, the Greek restaurant over there, where I just had something to eat over there. So look at that. That's Deansgate over there. So, and across there's a museum just in the corner there. After this building, just over there, that building over there, that's a museum. And basically, it's a bit gloomy today. It's not very warm. It's a little bit windy and a little bit chilly because the sun is not shining. It's clouds everywhere. So, welcome to Manchester. This is Manchester City. Okay, this is St. Peter's Square, and basically these are monuments. All these monuments are depicting, is to do with the war, and basically I can read one of the monuments say. People are just chilling everywhere. So there's a lot of pigeons up there, and there's one here just flying off. To the honored memory of those who gave their lives for their country. Have you seen that? Basically, these are monuments for the fallen soldiers who fought in the First and Second World War, gave their lives to make what our lives are now. And this is Manchester. We will remember them, it says over there. So these are monuments to remember the fallen soldiers. It says their name live life though will live forevermore. Their name lived forevermore. Okay, this is for fallen soldiers, people who fought for us to make life as good as it is for us today. And some of the tombs are here, or placards to remember the fallen. For our fallen comrades, British Legion Manchester, This other one, it's almost fading. It's also in remembrance. For the honor and memory of Mancunians, which is people from Manchester called Mancunians, who have given their lives in other conflicts since 1945. So the First World War was in 1945, and this is in memory of all sorts of this. British Nuclear Tests Veterans Association, dedicated to the memory of test veterans who have died since the British tests at the Montbello MU Fields, Maralinga, Malden Island, Christmas Island, 1952 to 1962, not forgotten, 3rd October 1996, that's when this was erected. You can hear a lot of noise. So all this for the fallen soldiers, to our Italian comrades, 1915 to 1918. That must have been the Second World War. And the Koreans as well, 1950 to 1953. The Soviet soldiers who gave their lives liberating Europe, and in recognition of the brave people of the besieged Leningrad, 1941 to 1945. No one is forgotten. So, and this was erected on the 3rd of September 2020, the newest one. Okay, so everybody remembered. Soviet comrades, Korean comrades, Italian comrades. Our fallen soldiers from England. Also, this one. And then the Nuclear Association, British Nuclear Test Veterans Association. Don't forget that when war was taking place, there was a lot of nuclear substances, or nuclear war also was taking place at the same time. Use of nuclear and everything, as you all remember, the wars like in Far East or Japan, you know, where the nuclear bombs fell on Nagasaki, a nuclear war, which really caused a lot of havoc, and is still causing havoc today, just like the Chernobyl in Russia. People who suffered those nuclear discharges, it's not just them who died, who perished at that time, but also it's the siblings and the grandchildren, great-grandchildren who are still suffering from those nuclear fallouts or nuclear wars, discharged in those countries. Anyway, it's not political today. I just thought, because we are on Albert Square, St. Peter's Square at the moment, and it's in memory of the fallen soldiers. The Polish also, in memory of the Polish Army, Navy and Air Force who fought for freedom in World War II. We will remember them. Toby Osgesto, Consulate General of the Republic of Poland in Manchester. They are the one who erected this Polish community in Greater Manchester 2024, 2 years ago. So this is all dedicated to the fallen soldiers, and those are the poppies. When Remembrance Day, we all buy and wear these poppies, you know, so in aid of the fallen soldiers. So we will remember them. We will remember them. We won't forget them. And a lot of people were affected, obviously. So there's still some veterans who are still alive today who fought in those wars. So this is a Remembrance Square, St. Peter's Square. It's remembering the fallen soldiers. Okay, today it's busy because it's a Manchester Day. So as you can hear, there's a lot of noise, and if there's any music, I've got no right to the music. So, but we can't just go to a festival like this without a noise of music. So I've got no copyright to whatever is going to be played while I'm filming. And it's very noisy. I think I'll just take you along and show you. So, there's a lot of children. There's a lot of children today because they're on summer holidays. So, and this is a library, Manchester Central Library. So there's a lot of kids and there's a lot of activities going on in there. So I'll have to shout because otherwise it's quite noisy around here. Just take you along. There's a lot of acts going on, you know, over there and over there. As I said, there's a lot of kids, a lot of policemen as well, making sure that everybody's safe, making us safe. So, a lot of photographs taking place. A lot of policemen across there, making sure we're safe. A lot of kids. Everybody's having fun. There's some chairs here if you want to relax. Eateries. Oh, look. There's face painting going on. Oh, look at that. What's going on there? There's something going on there. Oh, look at this. Look at this plant. Look at this plant. Oh, look at this plant. Oh, oh. Scaring the kids out of their wits. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. There's Manchester to you. Everybody's having fun. Mostly it's the kids having fun. There's fast food going on there. If you want to eat some food in here, this is St. Peter's Square. That's the Central Library in there. There's a lot of activities, face painting for the kids and all sorts. And of course the flags of goodwill. There's chocolate over there. There's some cookies, baked, all sorts of bakes. Ice cream here if you want an ice cream. That's the main entrance to Central Library. A lot of people are just chilling, having fun. It's Manchester Day today. Sorts of acts. As I said, Catalonians from Italy, from Spain should be here today. Look at that, dream, explore, discover. I don't know what that's all about. Here we go. Dream, explore and discover. There we go. This is what's going on around here. 360 degrees of what's going on. So that's the flag of Spain. As I said, the Catalans are here, so that's their flag. That's the Spanish flag. By the way, I've been to Catalonia, and a bit political well, it's been for a while. It's a bit like Wales and Scotland in this country, and Ireland, Northern Ireland. Everybody wants to be independent. And Spain has got the same problem with the Catalonians and, sort of Spain itself, because Catalonia wants to be an independent country and run their own country. So just like Scotland, they want to be independent, not have everything run from 10 Downing Street in London. So it's a political thing. I'm sure America's got the same issue, and we've got the same issue here. Wales want to be independent. Northern Ireland want to be separate. Scotland want to be separate as well. There's a lot of distressed kids as well today, because they're all up and about. So it's Girl on the Move. We're on the move. Please subscribe to my channel. If you like what you see, subscribe to my channel. Share, like, press the like button, please. What are you waiting for? Like what I'm doing, and that will help me progress with my channel. Okay, so here we go. We're in St. Peter's Square. Everything is going on here. There's the bobbies, police cars everywhere, and police everywhere across there, watching, making sure we're all safe. This is St. Peter's Square, Manchester. Let's give you the 360-degree look. I've got some beautiful tall buildings, and oh, I love that tree. Don't you think it's a beautiful tree? That's a very beautiful tree. Look at that. All these Victorian buildings, very beautiful buildings. That's the theatre. I came here to see the famous Lawrence Inquiry. I don't want to explain that. People who know, they know. It's a very sad story, but it was put in a sort of a play, and they basically told the story of what happened to Lawrence, a young black guy who was murdered. It was a racial motivated murder. We can't go into that. This channel is not all about that. So it's a happy channel. So, but there was the inquiry, which was depicted in a play, and we came and saw it. It was here when it came to Manchester, and me and my family came to see it. So this is a library theatre here in central Manchester. And what the hell is that? That looks like a shark. Look at that grey thing over there. Looks like a shark. Oh, look, we've got some street arts. Isn't that beautiful? The kids are also dressed for the occasion. Ah, look. I like that. Don't you like that? Entertaining the kids. It's holidays, summer holidays. Everybody's being entertained here. Ooh. There we go, give her a wave. I think that's like a shark. I don't know, this is the flag. I don't know whose flag this is. Oh. Somebody's going around playing music. Whatever he's playing, I've got copyright to that. Oh, somebody else is coming. It's more for, most of it, the theme is for the children. Circus time, they're all here. Oh, that's a bear. It's got his babies and it's going somewhere. Look at that. Oh, the kids love that. Look at that. It's going somewhere. It's a bear. Yeah, that's the Midlands Hotel. one of the 4-star hotels or 5-star hotel here in Manchester. I can tell you a little story about this hotel. Let me tell you a story about the Midland Hotel. We got our house. We chose a plot and our house was built from scratch. After being there about a few months, we started noticing cracks in the walls. And you know what they say? Oh, it's shrinkage. When you've got a new property, they say it's shrinkage. It will sort itself out. So we went along with that until one day when we reported some cracks. Luckily enough, the builders were still on site because they were building the houses, and we chose the plot, they built the house for you, and then once it was finished, you move into your house, and then they will go to the next plot and whatever. So they were still on the site. They were still on site when we had this problem of shrinkage going on in our house. So we had been there for about 7-8 months when we discovered that there was a big problem. One of the plaster boards in one of the rooms just collapsed. And that's when they came to inspect, they discovered that there was a problem with the plaster boards, that the plaster, you know that these days, these houses inside is usually, they use plaster board. I don't know how to explain that, I'm not a builder. And then they discovered that there was a serious problem with our house and we needed to get out and they can come and sort out the house. And guess what? Because my children used to go to school not far away from here. And because Lancashire is so far away, they asked us where we wanted to go, and they decided we come to this hotel, a 5-star hotel, Midland Hotel. Let me show you. Midland Hotel. And this is one of the most famous hotels, most exclusive hotels here in Manchester. So we stayed here for 10 weeks. And guess what? To a tune of over 35,000 pounds for that 10 weeks we stayed at this hotel. Yours truly stayed in this hotel as a home for 10 weeks while they fixed our house. So beautiful, the people were friendly, customer service, people looked after babies so well, and all the famous people. We met a lot of famous people like cricketers, the musicians, and Manchester footballers used to come in here. They've got some beautiful restaurants in there, and what's her name? One of the famous ex-Manchester footballers, Beckham, and Victoria from Spice Girls got engaged in one of these restaurants. There's a French restaurant in there, and that's where they got engaged. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is where it took place. And we used to see a lot of them. They used to come in here. So there you go. And I stayed in this place for 10 weeks. It was good to begin with. The first few weeks, first couple of weeks were okay, but then it got so boring. You miss your own home and everything. But my home was being sorted out, and in the end, after 10 weeks, we moved back home to a very beautiful home of mine. But this is where we stayed for 10 weeks and a lot of money we didn't have to pay. The builders who were in charge of our home, building our home, did pay the bill. They paid the bills for us to stay in here, and the food bills, obviously. So there you go, a little bit of history of my life, and I'm sure you're getting to know a little bit about my life. It's Gal on the Move. We are on the move. This is your girl. Today is Manchester Day, and I'm just going around showing you what Manchester looks like on Manchester Day. It's dreary, it's not a very nice day, but we're happy the day is here as cool as it is today, because the temperatures have been soaring and it's been so hot. Temperatures have gone as much as 30, in some areas are 32 degrees centigrade, and that's too hot for this country. So today the temperatures are around 17 to 20 degrees. A little bit of a wind making it feel a bit chilly, but hey, it's welcome. We've been so hot. We've been burning here in England. So, and talking about burning, there's fires going on in Scotland, very serious fires. There's fires going on in south of France, very serious fires, and Spain as well. So global warming is real. Whatever you can do to help, sort of help